we want entertain questions from anonymous senders. So please write your name or register with your name on it on the and also we will have this afternoon. So just stay tuned. For those of you who can join Zoom, we have live on Facebook. So tell your friends, your family to watch us in Facebook, Facebook Live in the PFA. Thank you.
Experience the fuel that's imported from world-class refineries in Japan, South Korea, and Singapore. Imported as Suave. That's a fuel experience.
Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuel. We made it! Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Chicken Joy?
Isa pa! Isa pa!
Isa pa?
Isa pa! Isa pa! Chicken Joy!
Isa pa! Isa pa! Isa pa! Chicken Joy! Isa pa! Isa pa! Isa pa! Chicken Joy!
Sarap ng Crispy-licious, sarap ng Juicy-licious. Sarap ulit-ulitin.
Isa pa! Isa pa! Isa pa! Chicken Joy!
Jollibee Chicken Joy, 76 pesos lang.
Okay, good afternoon. So I think it's now time to start. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all our participants. As I said earlier, if you have questions, please write them in the Q&A box. We want entertain questions written on the chat box. And also for those of you joining us in Facebook, welcome. Magandang hapon to you lahat. So introduce to you my colleague who's joining me today as also our host. I'd like to introduce our Deputy Executive Director, excuse me, Miss Joanne Tumagan. Hello, Joanne. How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. Hello. Video.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone. I'm Joanna Tumagan, also from the Philippine Franchise Association. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you much for joining us for today's webinar on how to invest in the right franchise. We promise you to bring a lot of valuable learnings and also to discuss later the benefits and advantages of franchising and how to invest in the right franchise. So I hope everyone is staying healthy and inspired as we mark the 5th month of our community quarantine. So before we start our program, of course, let us offer a short prayer and ask for as we face the new normal. So my colleague Jake will be the one to lead the invocation.
Okay, let us all remember that God is always with us, no matter where we are or how we are right now. So let us just be reminded of this as we pray. Almighty God and Father, we thank you for gathering us online for a seminar on how to invest the right franchise. We pray that this activity will be fruitful for all of us, especially our attendees and our speakers, our panelists. Look kindly on our hopes and aspirations, and bless the work of our hands, so that our labors will bear fruit and will be of service to our neighbors. And as we lift up to you our hopes and our plans, we also pray that we'll learn to seek your will and your plans. For we know that as our Father, your plans for us are to prosper and not to be harmed, to have hope and to have a future. Lastly, we guide us out in this crisis and become better persons, doing our fair share to make this world a better place. All this we pray, in your goodness and mercy. Amen.
Thank you, brother, for that beautiful prayer. So before we begin, allow me to briefly remind everyone of our webinar house rules. So the first house rules, if you have some questions, write them at the Q&A box, the screen of the Zoom, and then we will not be able to entertain question anonymous participants. So you have to indicate your name. And then for those who are requesting for PowerPoint presentations, may request also the participant to just kindly take screenshots using your devices to capture the slide, or you may watch the replay of how to invest in the right franchise webinar on our Facebook. And if you have some questions about certain brands later, from our franchise presenters, you may leave your contact details at the chat box, and then we will give them to our franchise companies. So you have to indicate there your name, your email address, your mobile number, the name of the brand that you are interested in. And for those who would like to request for an electronic certificate, kindly email us at info@pfa.org.ph, and please indicate your full name, company, organization, and the reason why you are requesting the certificate. And of course, to have a wonderful and rewarding learning experience, we would like to request everyone to practice and observe respectful comments and refrain from using offensive language in the chat box. Now I give the floor to our brother Jake.
Thank you, Joanne. Again, no offensive language, no? So walang sa atin ngayon, no? So Joanne, let's just give a brief overview of what will happen this afternoon. So of course we will have our chairman who will give the opening remarks, and then also we have a speaker from FranCorp who will give us a seminar, the overview of how to invest in the right franchise.
Yes,
so
Jake.
What else do we have?
Of course, Jake, we will also hear from our invited franchise presenters. If I could name each one of them, we have from Caleb Shawarma, we have also from Faron Cafe, from Mr. Quickie, from Miguelitos, and You Franchises and Management, which will be presenting various brands such as Brent Gas, H2O Mineral Plus, and Ultra Mega Value So they will present later their franchise packages and how they are managing their franchise businesses as we move forward in today's business climate, which is the post-pandemic. And of course, also a speaker from our partner, PLDT Enterprise, to discuss on how we can start to digitalize our business, which is very emerging trend now. There's a great demand on how to digitalize our business operations. So he will give a presentation on the topic Digital Business Framework for MSMEs. So Jay?
Thank you, Joanne. So now we proceed to our first speaker who will formally open our program. No? As to introduce him, he was trained to be an engineer. No? He's an engineer by profession, but he decided to become entrepreneur. No? It's a good thing because now he'll be being kinitan and other products, other brands under Food Asia. He's CEO and founder of Food Asia. He's also currently the chairman of PFA. My honor to introduce to you our chairman, Mr. Richard Sands. So, Rich.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon,
Hey.
sir.
Hi. So I see our good friends, Jake, nice to see you. Joanne,
Thank you, sir.
Manix, you. So good afternoon to everyone, to all our presenters, participants, and to all our Facebook Live viewers. Thank you, everyone, for your warm support by joining our third How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar. So on behalf of the PFA Board of Trustees and officers of the Philippine Franchise Association, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we begin, allow me to tell you more about our advocacy in PFA. So PFA is a pioneer franchise association, the only internationally recognized franchise association in the and ever since we founded PFA in 1995, we are committed in the promotion of franchising as a tool for enterprise and job generation. And now that COVID-19 has brought us to an unprecedented situation where we had to rethink of our ways of educating the public on wise franchise investments, we organize a series of webinars which is part of the PFA e-learning academies project to promote the power of franchising, the other of which is the e-copy, which I hope most of you have been joining. So the power of franchising, which is not only significant in good times, but even in times of crisis. So through this, we believe that we are continuing to generate awareness on the benefits of franchising, which will help to create thousands of enterprises and generate millions of jobs in the country, as well as promote a culture of entrepreneurship via franchising to our fellow Filipinos, especially now during the time of COVID. We're hoping that franchising will help the country bounce back, will help entrepreneurs to bounce back and our economy to recover. So part of our how to choose why or scam to do their due diligence or their checks on the franchisors and always legitimate franchise associations such as the PFA, whose members adhere to the fair franchising standards, which I will tell you more about later, when doing business with the public. Having said that, there are really great franchise opportunities out, and we felt that the responsibility to educate you and comprehensive understanding and a good sight on investing in the right franchise. So before I allow me to acknowledge and thank our partners for making this webinar possible. So of course, to our co-presenters, BPI, headed by Jesse, and our friends in PLDT Enterprise, our friends Debbie and Manix. I don't know if Debbie's here, and to our partners, Phoenix Petroleum, Sea Oil, Bench, Bibing Kinitan, Brent Gas, Ilaw at iba pa, Jollibee, Caleb Shawarma, K2 Pharmacy, Mr. Quickie, Oray Spa, Pen Shop, and of course for the very, very invaluable support of the DTI and BOA. So now allow me to give you an overview, very fast lang, of today's session. I don't want to keep hear more from the speakers. So, overview of the seminar. Of course, number one is to educate the public on wise franchise investment. So, we want the public to know what is the right franchise investment nyo and bagay sa lifestyle nyo, your location, etc., etc. Number two is to encourage entrepreneurship through franchising. If you will remember, the thrust of our good Secretary of Trade, Ramon Lopez, and the President is really to promote entrepreneurship. And franchising, as they say, is really the first step towards entrepreneurship kasi may guidance ng franchising. And eventually, if you want to be an entrepreneur full-time, then you can try franchising first. So, and number three, it's organized. This seminar is organized by the Philippine Franchise Association. So, next slide, please. Okay, first, what is franchising? Franchising is the power of growing from one to many by duplicating a successful business. What does that mean? Ang ibig sabihin po niyan is it's basically replicating or duplicating a successful business. For example, you have a store number one and you saw it was successful, expanded to store number two and number three. So you have 3 stores. Now, you can then eventually, because of the success, some people are interested to franchise, or you want to expand in areas that will be difficult to operate on a company-owned level. So you can duplicate your success and do the same strategies that you use to make your store number one, store number two, store number three to be successful by having a system. And that is franchising. Next slide, please. So, okay, about PFA naman. So what is PFA? PFA was founded in 1995, and it's the pioneer. It's the first franchise association in the Philippines. So the members include the biggest franchisees, both local and foreign, and 69% of the members are MSMEs. I don't know if it's here on the slide, but an interesting trivia is almost 50% are food. The remaining 25% are services, and the other 25% is retail. So yan ang breakdown by category. So PFA is also a voluntary self-regulating governing body. We are not a government organization, but it's a private organization. It's the only internationally recognized franchise association in the country, as I said in my opening remarks. And we are considered the voice of the Philippine franchise sector. Next slide, please. So what does it take to be a PFA member brand? Of course, ikikwento ko lang that hindi lahat ng companies na who are franchising are PFA members. So you have to apply, and not all applicants, hindi po lahat ng nag-apply ng sa PFA ay natatanggap, because you need to have this following criteria. Number one, you have to have a good business reputation and standing. Number two, you have to meet at least 2 of these criteria, which is at least you have at least 3 company-owned outlets, you have at least 3 franchise outlets, and you have been franchising for at least 3 years, meaning you already have a track record. And if you are a member, it means that you abide by the PFA fair franchising standards. Okay, so what is the PFA fair franchising standards? It's a policy setting document adopted by all members of the PFA, meaning lahat ng members of PFA should follow the fair franchising standards, which covers the conduct of sales of franchise by PFA members. So, of course, the objective is to establish a uniform standard of conduct to govern franchise relationship, to develop a set of principles to govern business and legal relationship of legitimate franchisor and franchisees. So then lastly, to promote self-regulation of the franchising sector. So this is basically to avoid yung mga scammers and fly-by-night to be especially among members of the PFA. So if you are a member of the PFA, you can expect that you are a legitimate franchise. That's why we always say, if you want to look at a franchise, always remember this. So in franchise PFA,
I think there's something wrong with the line. So
okay. Jake?
yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Where did I get cut?
About when you explained about our members our members adhere to the FFS.
Okay. Okay. So I'll start on the next slide. That's about to finish. Okay. So before PFA, franchising was only for foreign and large enterprises, meaning yung mga big franchises. But the average then was one franchise per year, meaning one additional franchise per year. And during the time, there was no public awareness of what franchising is. But because of PFA, franchising was introduced to the micro, small, and medium enterprises. So imagine before, the average growth was one per year, but now the average growth of franchises is 62 per year. And franchising has become the preferred investment option. So a very big improvement. Next slide, please. So here, just a few unsolicited advice on what questions to ask if you are looking for a franchise. Number one, always look for the franchisor support program, because you don't want to have a franchisor who will only collect your payment and after a while hindi na magpapakita or hindi na magbibigay ng support. Because part of franchising, or the reason why franchising is successful, is because of the support system of the franchising. So very, very important po yung hanapin nyo or magtanong kayo about the support program of the franchisor. Number two, also ask, what is the ROI of the investment, return on investment? How long does it take? So for example, you invest 1 million, how long for you to recover the 1 million in terms of how many months, how many, etc., etc. Number three, the right location for the brand. So yung franchisor nyo that you are inquiring with should already have the expertise and the knowledge to know what locations his or her brand will be successful in. Example, will it be successful inside the mall? Will it be will it be
Sir Rich,
okay? I'm back. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Where did I end? Technical.
The new normal.
The new normal.
About the location, sir.
Okay, location.
Location.
So again, your brand should your franchise source should know the right. So whether the bus terminal, they ask them where ano suggestion nila. Number four, the brand's target market. Ano ang target market? Is it young? Is it senior citizen? Is it upper class? Is it a mass market brand, etc.? So you have to ask. And lastly, what business adjustments are you doing to adapt to the new normal? Because there are some businesses that were very dependent on close contact before. So ngayon, hindi na pwede. And of course, you know that this situation will last maybe a year or more. So you also have to ask what the brand or the franchisor is doing to adapt. Is there digitalization? Or are they old-fashioned that they don't want to adapt to the new normal? So these are the questions that you should ask. Okay, and lastly, so this is how the program will flow. So number one is how to invest in the right franchise. Number two, select PFA members will present their specific franchise packages, and of course, our friends from PLDT Enterprise will be showing or explaining to you a digital framework for MSMEs. And last, for question and answer for your or whoever in the panel. Next slide. Next slide, please.
Sorry, on screen. It's time to say thank you, sir.
Hello, Jake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically that ends my welcome remarks. So again, thank you so much, everyone, and I hope a fruitful afternoon. And hope you were able to find your franchise that is right for you. So thank you again. Good afternoon to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Before you leave, sir, I know you're very busy, but before you leave, the group picture first.
Oh, okay, sure.
Ivy, fan. Group picture with the panel with speakers, of course, Mr. Our chairman, Sir Rich. Ivy, give the cue.
Okay. So camera on for PLDT and Mr. Vicky, please.
Mr. Tweaky, camera on, please.
Alright. Ready, sir, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Sir Rich. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our PFA Chairman, Mr. Richard San. So we're really fortunate to hear from him his tips on how to invest in the right franchise. Thank you again, our Chairman, Mr. Richard Sands. And then,
Yes. So now we're gonna go to our.
before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our Jake.
Yes,
Allow me to acknowledge the presence of our friends. We have Miss Irene Edeno from Cebu, Department of Trade and Industry, Cebu. Thank you,
welcome,
ma'am,
ma'am.
for joining us today. And also from we have viewers live from Facebook, participants from Leyte, Samar, Pangasinan, Bukidnon, Agusan del Sur, Bulacan, and of course, we have also our viewers from Saudi Arabia. So this is only nationally, but also we have participants from other countries as well, from Saudi. Okay, Jake.
Oh. Yes, welcome.
Hello,
Welcome sa lahat,
Jake.
no?
You can now proceed.
Okay, thank you, Joanne. Thank you. So we proceed to our the main event of our program, which is about where we should learn how is it to invest in the right franchise. No? So it's my pleasure to introduce to our speaker. She's a Six Sigma Green Belt, no, an experienced management systems consultant with clients in the food, retail, and service, food, banking, and service industries. She's also an ISO professional and an IRCA. No? IRCA means International Register of Certified Auditors. And soon she'll be a CFE, no? A Certified Franchise Executive. So without further ado, I introduce to you our speaker from Francorp, Philippines, Ms. Rhea Flores.
Okay. Hi, Sir Jake. Thank you po.
Hello.
So, good afternoon to everyone. Yes. Okay, thank you for inviting us to your how to invest in the right franchise seminar. So, before I proceed, I just would like to introduce our company. So, I'm connected with Francorp Philippines, and we are a franchise developing company. So, what we do is we help businesses such as Jollibee, Potato Corner, the Generics Pharmacy, grow their business from one to many. So we have been working with franchisors for the past more than 20 years. So this afternoon, I'll be talking to you about how to invest in the right franchise. Are my slides showing na? Ayan. So next slide, please. So these are the topics that I will try to cover for this afternoon. But before I proceed with the discussion on franchising, I just would like to address the questions on the next slide. So most of you might also have the same questions like, would going into a business make sense right now at this moment? And would franchising work during an economic slowdown? So as Sir Richard mentioned, we are in the new normal. We are operating in the new normal. So this is uncharted territory for most of us, uncharted waters, kumbaga. So there are a lot of uncertainties, but there may also be business opportunities. So if you spot a business opportunity that you want to grab, it's important for you to address the uncertainties that are involved right now in putting up a business. And one risk that we at Francorp see is the risk of cash flow. So maybe to mitigate that risk, you might want to add a little bit more on your investment capital. So maybe 6 months or 1 year's worth of working capital to add to your investment so that you can mitigate the cash flow risk. And then you can also mitigate the uncertainties or mitigate the risks involved in the uncertainties by choosing franchise concepts that are relevant to these times. So these are your businesses that are involved in essential services like yung mga involved in medicine like pharmacy or clinics, as well as concepts that have proven track record in evolving during the pandemic or during the quarantine. So the concepts later on that will present after me, they will have their own stories in how they adapted through the quarantine periods. So choose concepts that are relevant and that will answer to the current demand of the times. So would franchising work during an economic slowdown? It will work better than putting up your own business from scratch, because franchising, you already have proven and established systems. So that lessens the operational risk. And of course, in franchising, you have the franchisor to help you navigate through the times. So I hope that that answers some of your anxiety. So if we can move to the next slide. What is franchising? So Sir Richard already defined what is franchising a while ago, but I just would like to repeat that franchising, aside from, it's a method of doing a business wherein the franchisor, so the franchisor is the owner of the company, the parent company, such as Jollibee, the generics pharmacy. They are the owners of the brand. They are the owners of the system. They develop the system. And then they allow franchisees, or you, kayo po, na potential franchisees, they allow you to use their name and their systems for a fee. So as franchisees, your obligation is to put up the capital, to raise the capital, to build the store, and to operate the business according to the systems defined by the franchisor. So again, franchising is a method of doing business wherein the franchisor or the parent company gives the franchisee the right to use their name and their system for a fee. So next slide, we'll see that franchising, as I mentioned a while ago, it has a higher chance of success compared to putting
I think there's something wrong again. I'll just wait for a while. This is sign. The reality these days. No? Yung connection, connectivity. So, so we're waiting for Miss
Yeah,
Rhea. Would like to
for
acknowledge,
Miss Rhea.
like to acknowledge our other viewers, no? Parating artista viewers. We have
Yes, Brother Jake.
we have viewers from Macau, so international tayo, Macau, also
Yeah,
Iligan
happy.
City, and Tacloban, no? So again,
And
well,
all, yeah, and
also
also
from
if I
Bicol.
may, yeah, from Bicol, correct. Okay, so we
Hello.
will ask Miss Rhea to continue again.
Yan.
Continue her
Pasensya na po.
presentation.
Ayan, pasensya na
Okay.
for that disturbance.
It's okay, it's okay.
Saan po ako natapos? Saan po
About
ako
the high
naputol
success rate.
pala? Ayan.
High success rate, okay.
So bakit high success rate ang franchising compared to traditional retail or putting up your own business from scratch? We'll see on the next slide that when you franchise or when you get a franchise, you are in a business for yourself, but not by yourself. So what that means is that you are doing a business, but you have the franchisor's system, experience, and expertise to help you become your own boss. So next slide, please. So when you franchise, you don't only get use of system that's already been developed and proven by the franchisor, but you also get to use trade names that have strong brand equity, may malakas na record. So you get to use that when you franchise. And also, you get to use the franchisor's tried and tested systems, their proven systems and procedures. You are loaned an operations manual so that you can operate the business successfully. And you don't need to think about what type of sales mix or what type of products and services you will offer in your store, because the franchisor has already predetermined that for you. And as form of support, you get access to research and development by the franchisor. You also get to use store designs and merchandising protocols set by the franchisor, and you also get to benefit from the marketing campaigns which aim to make the brand famous for everybody. And the support services are ongoing. You also get to benefit from that. So in the next slide, we'll see that. Okay, so these are the things you put into the table. So when you get a franchise, you are allowed to use the name and the system. But in exchange for that, you need to bring to the table money, time, and your people. So bakit money? Obviously, when you get into a franchise, you pay fees. So when you sign the franchise agreement, the franchise fee is payable. And you as a franchisee, you need to put up capital to build the store, to buy the equipment, to buy the initial inventory, and all those things needed to operate the business. Periodically, you will also be paying royalties and advert fees, and you will be required to purchase proprietary products because the franchisor wants wants to ensure that consistency is practiced all throughout the system. With this kind of scenario, risks are managed there is because the systems are already defined. So there's less mistakes, so there's less risk for you. So that's for money. For the time element, as a franchisee, you are expected to actively manage the store, and you are financially and operationally responsible for the running of the business because it is your business in the first place. And usually franchise agreements last for about 8 years or 10 years, maybe 10, 20 years for bigger concepts. So that will require commitment on your end. So you need to be there for the long run. So that's for the time element. And for the people, since you will be operating the store and the financial and operational responsibility is with you, you will need to bank on your own skills and your own capabilities to run the franchise business. And you will also need to comply with the systems that have been determined and established by the franchisor. And of course, in franchising, since it is your business, you hire your own people, you hire your own employees, and you use your network to either try to grow the business more or to market the business in your local environment. So in the next slide, so pre-opening support. So a good franchisor provides pre-opening support even before you sign the franchise agreement. So what that support is your location assistance or yung site evaluation assistance. So yung magaling na franchisor or yung legit na franchisor offers location or site assistance. So they will tell you what are the parameters to look for in a location that will work for their concept. They will also provide construction assistance. Either the franchisor will build the store for you, you just pay the construction cost, or they will refer you to their accredited contractor. Initial training is also provided because, again, the franchisor expects you to run the business and they want you to be successful. That's why they train you and your employees. And to drive people to the store as soon as you open, there are setup and marketing support. So that's for the pre-opening support. These pre-opening support are pretty standard for franchisors with good reputation. So the next slide will show us ano naman po yung mga ongoing support. Because I mentioned in previous slide that you will be paying periodic royalties and periodic advertising fees. So you need to get something in return for paying those periodic fees. So these are from your franchisor. Because as Sir Richard mentioned, yung success ng franchise is supported by franchisor to their franchisees. So what type of support are these? You have your assistance either through hotlines or yung visits, whether it's monthly visit. So you should expect your franchisor or their representative to visit your store periodically, development, because ayaw naman natin na yun at yun lang yung ino-offer natin. We want our products or we want our offer to be kumbaga umiikot para hindi nagsasawa yung ating mga customers. Your franchisor should also be doing brand marketing and advertising to ensure that the brand equity is strong, to ensure that everyone or a lot of people will recognize the brand. Because if the brand is recognized, if it has strong brand identity, people will demand for the products and services. If there's high demand for the products and services, everyone in the system, in the franchise, in the company-owned stores will benefit. And ongoing training, expect that from your franchisor, especially during these times where, again, there's a lot of uncertainty, there are a lot of protocols that being implemented, such as for the physical distancing and the health and safety protocols, or maybe new products that are being released. So the franchisor or a good franchisor should train you on those new things. So next slide, please. So while franchising has a higher chances of success compared to traditional retail or your starting business from scratch, there are some challenges, particularly with consistently following company standards and systems. Because franchising, the success of franchising lies in following set standards and set systems. It's important for franchisees like you to follow the operations manual to comply with the franchise agreement, or else you risk terminating the franchise relationship. In franchising, there's also territorial restrictions. Bakit may territorial restrictions? It's because the franchisor wants to ensure that all franchisees can benefit from the location. So para po kumikita lahat, may benta lahat. Kaya may territorial restrictions. And some people might think that when I buy a franchise today, I'll be rich tomorrow. So there might be false expectations, like if I buy a Jollibee, bukas mayaman na ako. That is not true. Because when you buy a franchise, when you get a franchise, you are getting a business. And the business is something that you need to operate well to ensure its success. There's low risk in franchising because the systems have already been tried and tested by the franchisor, but it's a business nonetheless that you need to operate well. So next slide. So even after listening to those challenges, you feel that franchising is right for you, what you need to do is to do a quick assessment of yourself. So ano ba yung investment level na kaya mong i-commit? So consider the 6 months to 1 year's worth of additional working capital. So how much investment are you willing to shell out? What are your abilities and skills that you think that you can leverage on in a franchise business? And what are your goals and your passion? So those internal assessment will help you determine what franchise is right for you. And you also want to look at the external environment, or what I mentioned last in the previous slide, that you want to look at ano yung demand at the moment, ano yung demand na magpa-persist in the next few years. So you want to consider that in choosing the right franchise for you. So in the next slide, if upon choosing a concept, so may napili ka ng concept, maybe food concept or beauty concept or medical concept, you try to look for brands, brands within the same concept, siguro 2 or 3 para meron kang pagpilian, and then choose the concept that has high brand recognition. And also look at the franchisor behind the brand, because you will be working with this franchisor. You need to ensure that they have experience in franchising and they are credible enough to be your partner. Because as I mentioned, franchising takes commitment. It's a long-term commitment. And if you can't work with the franchisor, there's no use. There's no point in partnering or franchising that franchisor's concept. So choose a franchisor who has the same belief system as you, who has the same advocacy as you, para fruitful yung maging franchise relationship ninyo. Next slide, please. So saan ba makakahanap ng mga potential franchise concepts? So of course, you can refer to the Philippine Franchise Association for the list of their members. So automatic naka-filter na yon for experience and credibility of franchisor. So you can look at PFA's list of members, and you can also refer to entrepreneurial magazines or business magazines because sometimes they feature franchise concepts as well. So next slide, what else do you need to look at? We recommend that you do your due diligence. So it's like buying a cell phone. You don't just buy a cell phone, di ba? Naisip mo bumili ka ng cellphone today, bibili ka na. You do your due diligence. You research, ano ba yung specs ng cellphone na gusto ko? So it's the same with franchising. You will be spending a lot of money when you buy a franchise. So you need to do your due diligence. If you have a chosen brand, we recommend that you visit at least 2 to 3 franchise stores and you talk to the franchisee. What are their experiences with the franchisor? Kamusta ba silang kausap? Nagpaparamdam ba? What are the support that they give them? Or ano yung support na binibigay ng franchisor sa kanila as franchisees? In terms of training, how long is the training and how extensive is the training? Next slide will show you other questions that you need to ask, but I think these are already covered by Sir Richard a while ago. But again, you need to ask the franchisor about the support that they will give you. What is the investment requirement and when will the investment be realized, or what is the ROI for the investment that you will put out? Again, also, you need to ask what is the right location for the brand and who is the target market of the franchise concept that they are offering. So you need to ask these questions. Next slide. So due diligence pa rin, the franchisor will present a financial projections for the business, but those are based on average performance of the franchisor store. You need to do your own business plan. You need to do your own financial projections based on your candidate location. So in doing that, you need to use the baseline that's given by the franchisor and plug in the demographics or the characteristics of your location to see if the concept will really work in your candidate location. So you need to do your business plan as well, aside from the given or aside from the business plan or the financial projections that will be given to you by the franchisor. Next slide, please. So we mentioned that in franchising, the franchisor allows you to use their name. So it's important on your end to check whether the franchisor is really the owner of the trade name. So for you to do that, you need to check with the IPO or the Intellectual Property Office kung kanino po nakaregister yung trademark or the logo nung brand na gusto nyong i-franchise. You also want to know about the litigation history. Okay lang kung may litigation history. Ang importante lang is ano yung naging conclusion with the litigation history. And really, review the franchise agreement. Have a lawyer read it for you and review it for you to assess whether the agreement is fair for both parties. Because as Sir Richard mentioned, there are no franchise laws here in the Philippines. So your protection is the franchise agreement. So the franchise agreement needs to be fair for both parties. Typical contents of a franchise agreement, you will have the obligations of the franchisor to the franchisee and vice versa. And you also have territorial rights or allowed ka bang mag-relocate. And also, what are the terms for renewal, for termination, and repurchase. So for the franchise agreement, again, consult a lawyer that you trust. Have that lawyer read the franchise agreement for you and have them assess if the franchise agreement is fair for you. So next slide. Signs of a scam. Ayan. So kung yung pine-present po sa franchise package or the profitability is too good to be true, malamang hindi po yan true. So kung napakabilis ng ROI na pinapromise, like for an investment of 1 million, sasabihin babalik yan in a month or 2 months, that's probably not true because that's a very fast payback period for a 1 million level of investment. So I said a while ago that you should also visit franchise stores. If the franchisor cannot provide you with a list of their franchisees or a list of their outlets, then that might be a franchise scam, or that is a shady franchise operation. Then you might want to think about it a little bit more. And if there's a vague company profile, or if you look at them sa LinkedIn, sa Facebook, wala silang digital footprint, you cannot research on them, again, that's a sign of a franchise scam. And lastly, if they apply pressure tactics saying that, oh, you need to sign the franchise agreement today, otherwise you forfeit the promo. So that's not that's not a practice of a good franchisor, because a good franchisor would know that it would take time for you to decide if you really want to pursue getting a franchise, because it will entail a lot of investment on your end. So you need to be given time to make an informed decision. So tactics, pressure tactics, that's a sign of a franchise scam. So for the last slide, so tips on how to be a successful franchisee. Number one is to be a good follower. As I mentioned, in franchising, the systems and procedures have already been defined and tested by the franchisor. So if you're the type who likes to experiment, or who thinks outside the box, or who likes to challenge rules, you may not be a good franchisee. You may not be fit for franchising. You may be a good franchisor. So you may want to put up your own business if you're someone who likes to experiment and think outside the box. You need to create your own business plan using the baseline numbers given by the franchisor and plugging in the demographics of your own location, because again, you will be expected to run the business. You're not expected to be in the store 24/7 or every day, but you need to be on top of things. As a hands-on manager, you need to know what is happening in your franchise business. And that includes managing your own finances. Ihiwalay po natin yung pera ng negosyo or pera ng franchise sa pera po nating pangsarili. And as a franchisee, you are expected to always market your store, its products and services. Because as a franchisee, you are a brand ambassador of the concept. And lastly, be willing to share with your franchisor ideas that will help improve the franchise. Because especially during these times where a lot of things are uncertain, the franchisor is banking on your ideas, because you are the one operating the store. So you would know how to further improve the operation. So if you have any suggestions on how to improve the system, communicate that with your franchisor. And if the franchisor sees that that is something that can be implemented system-wide, then the franchisor has you to thank for it. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for listening. If you have questions or clarifications, you can use the Q&A box to input your questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Rhea, for that very informative and comprehensive presentation. For those who would like to, later Ms. Rhea will be entertaining questions. So for all your questions, again, kindly write them at the Q&A panel. All right. So before we proceed to our next franchise presenter, franchise brand, we would like to acknowledge, of course, we have also our friends from New Jersey, USA, from Marawi City, who are also watching our webinar, from North Cotabato, from Qatar, and then also again from Bicol. So thank you so much for watching us and for joining us for this webinar. And then we now proceed to our next presenter. Our first brand started as a backyard business in 2003, founded by the students from UP Diliman. So from a small business, this brand has expanded across Metro Manila, penetrating malls, supermarkets, terminals, commercial areas, and all the way to provinces. So ladies and gentlemen, please let's all welcome the franchise director of Caleb Shawarma, Miss Marilyn Burog. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
good
Miss
afternoon.
Marilyn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello po. I'm Miss Marilyn Boro from Caleb Shawarma. So I will be presenting regarding about Caleb Shawarma po. So first slide po, please. So Caleb is the longest running and most loved shawarma brand in the Philippines for 17 years. It started with the siblings BJ Borog and Marlene Borog Varquez when they were students at UP back in 2003. Caleb became bigger and highly organized when their spouses joined them in managing the business. To boost the brand further, Caleb partnered with Sam Versosa, the CEO of Front Row, a multinational company, to carry the brand to the next level, nationwide and international, to empower the Filipinos further to have their own business and create more jobs for our countrymen. Caleb's competitive advantage is the uniqueness of the products, which until now we have kept the original taste by using authentic Mediterranean herbs and spices. So, lasang Arabo pa rin po talaga. Marketing and advertising plays a big role to the success and continued growth of the company. That's why we have collaborated with Miss Tony and Alex Gonzaga. They are very strong in digital platform, and as well as the multi-talented Mr. Gerald Anderson and our MVP JJ Helterbrand. And to bring the brand to the next level, we tapped the undefeated world champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. for our expansion internationally. Currently, we have about 126 stores nationwide with 30% company-owned and 70% are franchise-owned. Our market is huge in the industry since we have a variety of products such as beef shawarma, beef kebab, chicken, and tuna. We have our base pita or rice, of course. To tap the pizza market naman, we also have our own product innovation, which is Pitaza. It's a pizza on a pita bread. Caleb is now present in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao via franchising. So next slide po, please. Our franchise package starts at 850,000 to 3.2 million. This is our cart or kiosk. And right now, to support the Filipinos during this crisis, we now offer no franchise fee and no royalty fee for a limited time only. There is about 35 to 60% profit margin. Our ROI really depends on the location, which is ROI is about 5 to 18 months. And currently, we have adapted to the new normal by providing make your own shawarmas at home. We also have delivery services. We have partnered with third-party online orders. We have the online payments as well. And we are now offering affordable menus for those that are in need as well. So meron din po kami mga go savers that we call it. It's about 35 pesos for the pita pocket and 50 pesos for the rice bowls. And next slide po, please. So the franchise package includes the construction, the cart, of course, and then nandun na rin po yung architectural equipment and construction, training of the employees, initial inventory that costs about 20,000, and inventory security deposit, which is also 20,000. That's a total of 40,000 for your inventory of goods. So for more details, please contact us at 0917-654-2532 or email us at franchise@caleb.com.
Thank you, Ms. Lynn of Caleb Shawarma. Thank you. So now we proceed to our next speaker. Our next speaker comes from a company that for franchise matching services. No? So if you're looking for a franchise, so they help you match with a perfect franchise for you. So on that note, it's my pleasure to introduce to you our next speaker. She's a marketing manager of U Franchise Sales and Management. Let's welcome Ms. Vel Cacha. Vel?
Thank you very much, Sir Jake. And I just want to say Hello and good afternoon to all our participants and to the panelists as well, to our speaker, Ms. Rhea, and to Sir Richard, who have been with us earlier. Magandang tanghali po sa lahat. I'm Vel, the marketing manager po of U-Franchise Sales and Management, and today I'll be presenting very select top franchise brands that we believe are on the upswing this time, no, na very essential businesses that could really help you kickstart your franchise journey if you really wish to invest in franchising. But just to quickly introduce our company, U-Franchise is a franchise sales company that helps mga aspiring franchisees po like na gusto mag-franchise to be matched or to find the right franchise brand for you. Currently, our client portfolio has reached over 200 plus brands, franchise brands from food, retail, education, and more. And para po magawa namin yung aming matching sa inyo, we actually offer our services to aspiring franchisees like you na magpa-consult sa amin for free. So we won't be charging you for anything of our matching consultation or business presentations. We don't charge you for anything for that. And in case naman na meron po kayong mga brand in mind that you just need help on getting locations or finding what really fits your budget, then we can also do that as well. So for our brands na akin pong i-present today, we see that the strength of essential business concepts will continue to grow. So this is how we selected and clustered the brands that I'll be showing you today. And here are some of the brands po that these are the brands that cater to the essential needs of our community today, no, as we bounce back from this pandemic. So what I'll be sharing with you are essential businesses and a quick information of their franchise capital investment, including the franchise fee. Okay, so if next slide, please. So just to share with you our first brand. Yeah, next slide po. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so number one is let me show you essential businesses, and this is categorized under necessities because there will be continuing demand for drinking water, laundry services, mga micro-lending business po is also on the rise, and LPG. So these are essential businesses, and number one with that is H2O Mineral Plus. It's an alkaline water refilling brand from Singapore with a very compact setup, best for small spaces starting at 7 square meters. So kung gusto niyo po ng water station, the franchise starts po ng H2O Mineral Plus at 500,000. If you're looking for an LPG concept naman po, LPG distribution concept, Brent Gas is one brand that we also handle. Everyone cooking more at home, no? And LPG needs has boomed and more customers are looking for more affordable LPG centers na quality pa rin. So this is actually, si Brent Gas po can also offer their current company-owned outlets to be converted for franchise outlets. So the franchise starts at 600,000. Next naman po, it's a convenience grocery store concept, the Ultra Mega Value Mart, under Ultra Mega Group, retail group, the country's biggest retail and wholesale brand. This Ultra Mega Value Mart is actually targeted to mass market, and it requires very minimal space of starting at 35 square meters. So if you're looking for a convenience grocery store that is quite affordable in terms of the investment, the franchise starts po at 2 million. And lastly, for business essentials, we have the generics pharmacy, wherein ang generics pharmacy operated even during the ECQ because customers need access to cheap yet affordable medicines. And according to TGP or to the generics pharmacy, they still have more 2,000 more outlets, no, or potential locations they can open here in the Philippines. So if you are in the provinces mostly and you want to have a pharmacy there, TGP is actually a very good brand that you research and para po ma-franchise. Okay, so but be sure to have a location in mind po when you apply for TGP because that is a requirement. Franchise starts at 674,000. Okay, next slide po. So let me go to another set of brands focusing on delivery and to-go food, because we see that the demand for delivery services and to-go food will continue to grow with social distancing. So one of that, so these three brands po that we have actually has internal delivery systems and also are partnered with third-party delivery applications. So one of that is Shawarma Shack. It's a simple on-the-go snack, now also delivering with their internal system, and the franchise starts at 850,000. We also have Angel's Pizza, the original buy one take one pizza that we all know, and over 80% of their transactions were actually delivery and takeout even before ECQ happened. So they are aggressively expanding to reach more territories, and the franchise starts at 10.5 million. And lastly naman po, if we're looking for a little more affordable investment, we actually can recommend also Citruzone, because people are leaning towards a healthier lifestyle, about boosting our immune system more. And in fact, Citruzone continued operations through online orders and deliveries because nag-upgrade din po sila ng system nila. They even allow their franchisees to do other income generating strategies, no, by selling their raw products or by doing other forms of selling of their fruits. And even for Citruzone, they actually waive their royalties as well to help stabilize their franchisees, no, so they can bounce back strong as the GCQ arise. So the franchise starts at 290,000. So these are just, if we can go to the next slide, please. Ito lang po ang, these are just the few of the many brands that we can match you or introduce you with. And some of our partners actually are also here in this webinar. But let us help you find the right franchise for you on a free one-on-one consultation with our team. If you would like for us to contact you as well, you can drop your name, your email address, and brand interest at the chat box now. And so we can also contact you. Or you can also, contact us at the details provided in your screen right now. So this has been Belle. Marami pong salamat and thank you. And we look forward to helping you start your franchise journey. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Belle.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So before we proceed to our next franchise brand presenter, so we have with us today our partner from PLDT Enterprise to give us a perspective on how we are transforming our business digitally. So our next presenter handled large enterprise for 9 years, and he has a vast experience on building relationship with enterprise customers. And for 10 years now, he is managing the channel partners to promote reliable PLDT fiber business to micro businesses. So let's all welcome the business head for corporate relationship management of PLDT Enterprise, Mr. Manix De Perillo.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so
Joanna.
much.
Let me share my slides first, okay, before I greet everybody. Okay, can you see my slides now? Joanna, can you share my slides, please? Okay. Hello, good morning, everyone. Actually, next slide, please. Today is a new day for us. We're stepping into a new day because every day is a new day. That's why I greeted you a good morning. Okay. Now we are here to invest. All of you are interested to invest in franchising, diba? You came to the right place. We've been partner with PFA for so long now. I think, Joanna, diba? Jake, we're partnered for more than 10 years. So that's why we're here. Once you have chosen where to invest, the next one that you will do is that sa location ko. Where will I start my business? Don't worry, everybody will help you. Your franchises will help you. PFA will help you and get a better place. So the next time that you will think of, if I have my business, what do I need more? Of course, you need connectivity, di ba? And then let me step back a little bit. Ano? When ECQ came, started March 16, everybody, all of the business are closed and nagkaroon ng lockdown tayo. So one of the concern of the business owner is that how do I access my database and how do I sell my services? So everybody was starting, but luckily we were there and that to assist most of the businesses and especially some of the micro businesses. So there was a learning and we need to support and continue to supporting our businesses, our partners, and our customers. So we built a better business, a better connectivity for our partners. And that is giving you a business grade connectivity, what we call the Beyond Fiber. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, we're giving you a better connectivity, a business grade. Why business grade connectivity? The Beyond Fiber is up to 50 Mbps at only 2,500. It's a business grade. Why business grade? We have improved the subscribe speed. We have a better availability, and it's a reliable connectivity. Imagine from 50 Mbps, we've improved the speed up to at least 90% speed and up to at least a 90% reliability. So that is something that we wanted to look at. Di ba ikaw, syempre, I want a reliable connectivity to push my products. So we thought of giving this to our partners and giving this to our customers at 50 Mbps, almost 90%, diba? It's almost giving you the whole 50 Mbps like you're connected a dedicated one. So it's reliable. We have improved in terms of subscribe speed, improved in reliability, and also the class of service. Dito we have improved. We will assure you that businesses are always online. No, there's no, you will be safe from, no, there will be no congestion as much as possible. Diba? And also that, we have installed, we will be installing a better Wi-Fi connectivity. And what is that? That is powered by Cisco Meraki. Well, everybody knows that Cisco Meraki, wow, Cisco Meraki. Diba? It's a better device to manage our connectivity. In the Cisco Meraki, you have two Wi-Fi networks. And what is that? Diba? Siyempre, tayo, when you do invest in franchise or stores, katulad President Nivel, diba? So you wanted to share yung connectivity with your customers or sa mga drivers mo. We have two networks. One is for business and one for customers. Hiwalay po ang password niyan. Hiwalay po. So that you can continue doing your business, interruption, and then it's dedicated. Then the customer or your drivers or your anybody who has related to that stores or pupunta siya doon can access to that internet. Hindi po siya ma-disturb yung data ninyo, yung access ninyo, connecting to your usual business po ninyo. So while they are connected to the internet, they are only given 30 minutes of the time. Total naman, they will not spend time browsing and doing the social media while they are in the store or they are in your branches. Okay, so that is something that we wanted to give to our franchisees. Okay, now once you invest in PFA or in the franchise, we want to give something for you. Next slide, please. Okay, now investing in franchise, this is good for you. We're giving 3 months free for all who will be the new franchisee who invest starting today until July 31. Now, you will have a better connectivity, you have a better fiber, hindi mo na mo problema na magkakaroon ka na sharing of bandwidth to your customers, that their business will not be interrupted. Even in your even if you will place your this Beyond Fiber to your home or to your other branches, mas safe na ngayon. Some of the owners, sabi niya, I want to have my own connectivity in the sa store ko, but I want to have my connectivity separate sa bahay ko. So po pwede pa rin siya. Then sometimes, siyempre, pag nasa bahay kayo, your family might connect to that, di ba? Might connect to your internet. So at least na-segregate po siya. Okay? It is purely business grade, purely used for business. It will not be interrupted. There will be no congestion. It's always on po ang ating business, ang Beyond Fiber. Almost 50 Mbps, you will enjoy that 50 Mbps at only 2,500 pesos. But syempre, beside the connectivity, we have curated a digital solution, business solution tools para sa mga investors po natin. Next slide, please. Then we have bundles that we want to add for your offices or branches. Sa halagang 750 pesos per month lang, you will have your business standard for Microsoft 365. Magkakaroon po kayo ng 50 gigabytes of capacity ng mailbox mo, 1 terabyte of data that is stored in your cloud. Di ba, nung lockdown natin, we have experience, ako database ko is in the office. How could I access that? So there's no way that you can access that, which most of the micro SME have suffered. While subscribing to Microsoft 365, all your database are stored in the cloud. So anywhere, everywhere you are, at any time, you can access your database. Imagine po, na nag-lockdown sana, huwag sana po mangyari, di ba? Huwag sana po mangyari. Kung nag-lockdown mo tayo, o kaya you are out of town and you wanted to continue monitoring your business, your database, you just have to log into your account. You can log in to at least a minimum of 5 devices kasi po, ang data po ninyo is nasa cloud siya. Okay? Hindi pa katulad ng dati, ang database po natin is nasa main office lang natin. That is not stored in the cloud. And sometimes, and most often, there's no connectivity. So, paano yan? So, there was a problem. But now we have a solution, the Microsoft 365. And that is included po doon sa Microsoft 365 natin is the teamworks, collaborations, there are also bookings, there's also invoicing, and also customer management. That is all in one po. So it's an application that you really need to have for just only 750 pesos per month. Now, since you're now investing to a franchise, to a store, whatever business and that, syempre, nandiyan pa rin yung I want an easy access to payment system. So this is what we're offering to you is our very own PayMaya. It's a cashless payments system that it can be paid through the internet, to any devices, and also to using a QR code. So it's a cashless payment gateway. So it's an easier po natin, easy po ang success natin to pay and to access payments. It's very cheap po. It's based on transaction lang po. Wala siya po monthly. It's a transaction-based fee lang siya. That is a very own PayMaya. So remember, you have now the collaboration, your tools, your platform to manage your customers, to access your database anywhere and anytime. You have a payment gateway naman po para at least to reach out to your customers and easily can collect and do payments. Now, syempre, we wanted to protect our devices. I have building my own database na. I want to place it there. So, what do we need to protect? Kasi alam naman ninyo, there are a lot of news, di ba? There are a lot of attacks, cyber attacks that are happening. There are a lot of malware, phishing na naririnig ninyo. So, may cyber attacks po tayo. So, we are offering you our very own from ePLDT, our cyber security. This is the Endpoint Advanced Security System. It really protects your devices, your laptop, your servers, and your database for just for only 500 pesos per month. Yun ang po gagawin natin. Ngayon, if you will bundle that everything from the connectivity po, And this also for this collaboration or a business tool, you can pay at only 3,750. That is 2,500 for the Beyond Fiber, business grade Beyond Fiber, plus the Microsoft 365 of 750, then plus the endpoint security po natin for only 500 pesos. You'll just have to pay at 3,500, 3,750 na po monthly subscription fee Maya kasi per transaction based po siya. Now, I have something for you. If sa mga investors po natin will subscribe to our Beyond Fiber, I've given 3 months. What's in store naman po paano po dito sa mga collaboration tools natin? Next slide, please. I'm giving out additional 3 months free again for these tools natin from this office and for our office and branches tools po natin from the Microsoft 365 and the endpoint security natin. Yes, again, another 3 months. We're doing this because we wanted to help the businesses and the investors. That's why we're partnering with franchise PFA. So this is something to look at, no? Parang bang you start a business now, don't worry of other tools like the connectivity and also your business tools, because we wanted you to enjoy and start your business and be happy, because this is a new day. This is not I don't want to call this a new normal, because this is something that we wanted to give in return to our partners. Remember, this offer po natin na free 3 months for Beyond Fiber and for this collaboration tools is only for new franchisees. Ibibigay po natin yan. Okay? Our offer is limited until supply lasts. No po, hanggang July 31. Please, decide now, talk to your franchisor, talk to PFA, and we are ready for you. We will support you, and we will give you the best packages that we ever. This is not the only collaboration tools that you can have from us. You just have to talk to us. You just have to let us know what else you need, because we have other solutions aside from what I have presented. Okay, next slide, please. Now, syempre, manis paano yan? I wanted to have a fixed line connectivity to my branches, and I want to roam around like a rolling store na I will sell to any barangays, go to this one, or at least I want to be mobile and I want to be connected anytime. And also not only me, but also my staff and my riders, etc. We'll keep you stay connected talaga po through our very own Smart Bro, BIS LTE. At 1,899 lang po, you get a 90 gigabyte allocation. But this is only SIM only, ha? It's up to, ang speed po niya is up to 42 Mbps with a lock-in period lang po of 12 months. Okay. In case that you don't have a device that to use for para magamit tong ating Smart Bro, there have that option naman po that you can purchase from us a packet Wi-Fi that costs only 1,500 or a modem, PLDT modem, what we call the PLDT BIS LTE Zoho at a rate of 4,800 pesos lang. Again, at 19,899, you get the high speed, the data allocation of 90 gigabyte per month. That is so big na po. You can do everything. You can sell your products. You can do your emails. You can access your database anywhere and elsewhere at any time. The device can be protected at any time. But just again, only for franchisee, we will invest today hanggang July 31 po. Again, next slide please. We're giving out again another 3 months free for this offering. Isn't that great po? Free on the Beyond Fiber, on the business tools, and free for another 3 months. If you want to stay connected, be mobile, go anywhere, or access your database, to access your store, we're giving you free another 3 months. Okay. Basta po, ang iniisip po namin, you start your own business, you worry about operations, you worry about implementing that business, etc. Saka na natin pag-usapan po yan. But I guarantee you, it's a business-grade connectivity There are a lot of, we will protect your business, we will protect your server, you can access your data anywhere, which that is one thing that we dream of when we were on lockdown. So I hope this is something that you will embrace, invest, connect, then be happy. Thank you so much. Next slide, please. If there are a lot of questions, please log into our website or to your phone, pakiscan na po ang QR code. Then all the information on the other products and services po that you want, you can inquire, log in po, and then we will reach out to you and we will help you build your own connectivities and business tool. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat and good day to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. DePerio. We have the questions here, but we'll go to that later because we still have three more presenters. So now we go to our next presenter. They're known for their affordable frap drinks, no, tapang tama for this afternoon like it. So ice cold coffee. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you the CEO of Faron Cafe, Mr. Nino Agura. Take it away, sir.
Thanks, Sir Jake. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the participants. So, by the way, I'm Nino from Faron Cafe. So, I'd like to introduce more about Faron Cafe first. Next slide, please. So, Faron Cafe, founded last 2010 in the University Belt by Sir Renal and Ma'am Parwa. That's why the brand name is Faron Cafe. The Faron Cafe also hires PWD out of school youth and then little people. We also support Filipino farmers by availing our local coffee from Cavite, Batangas, and Benguet. Also, Faron Cafe serves 20 million of cups for 1 decade and also expanded our stores nationwide. Then we are also we have also a credible franchising system which is developed by Francorp. And next slide, please. So Faron Cafe offers affordable drinks like frap, hot drinks, over ice, milk tea, and yogurt. So on your screen, we have the chocolate with coffee blend, fruit blend, cream blend, and over ice. We also offer through delivery platform, yung mga nakikita po natin ngayon sa social media and yung mga trendy platform ngayon. Then we also have in-house delivery in order to sustain the new normal. Then the advantage of Faron Cafe, in adapting the new normal, we develop in just 2 months, we developed new product, which is the 4-in-1 coffee, which is all our franchisee and future franchisee is automatically a distributor of the product. We have 4-in-1 coffee, which is white coffee, caramel coffee, and then brown coffee. We also have 4-in-1 chocolate, which is one of the best seller. And aside from props, we offer also foods like cakes and pastries and pasta for our full scale store. Then Faron Cafe also have or offer other merchandise in the store, like our mugs, like our ground coffee or the coffee beans. Next slide, please. So Faron Cafe opened 250 branches nationwide through franchising. We offer different franchise package. Our first one is the cart, which is the standard cart for the mall, which is 499,000, good for 4 square meter. Then our kiosk type, which is 888,000. Full cafe, 899,000 plus the construction cost. It will depend to the size of the area or to the size of the location. Then school cart, which is 299,000. Then outdoor store or outdoor shop, good for 599,000. Newest package that we offer for the interested or sa lahat ng mga interested franchisee na gustong mag-business or after the pandemic or after the COVID-19 pandemic, we offer the barangay cart franchise, which is interested franchisee can avail for as low as 199,000. Yung franchise package po na ino-offer namin, it's all in, kumbaga turnkey package. Kasama na po yung equipments, initial stocks. Initial stocks will depend on the franchise package we offer. Then, fabrication of cart and kiosk, training of the employees, equipments, architectural design, especially kapag ka mga inline or full-scale store, then fabrication of the cart and kiosk. Also, the marketing collaterals for your grand opening and soft opening. And also, that's include flyers, tarpaulins, mascot during the opening or the soft opening. Contract is good for 3 years. Then for the full cafe, the contract is good for 5 years. And our ROI, estimated ROI is 1 year. And it depends to the size and to the location na mapipili ni franchisee. Malaking factor po kasi yung rent natin and then yung construction cost, lalo na kung malaki yun. Then our product cost is 30%. So product cost, that's include the cups, the raw materials that we will be using in providing or preparing the drinks. And based on the experience, some of our franchisee get their ROI in just 3 months or 5 months. Then, like what I mentioned, once you franchise Faron Cafe, you are automatically a distributor of our other merchandise or the 4-in-1 coffee, which is exclusive for the area. So we give that as an additional income for the franchisee and for the employees, or for all the person who are under in the umbrella of the Faron Cafe franchise. Then for the trainings, we have 2 phases for the trainings. The first one is here in the head office, which we will discuss on how to prepare, or we will interview first your employees, and then the next one is an actual preparations for the product, customer service, and cashiering when we open the stores. Next slide. So that's all. If you have questions or clarification, you can visit our Facebook page or one of our social media platform and website also. Right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nino.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
for that presentation. So we'll be entertaining questions for you. Our next presenter is known as ang shoe repair ng bayan. So of course, we are happy to have with us the Business Development Assistant of Mr. Quickie, Mr. RJ Maige.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. So hi to our listeners, to my co-presenters, and of course to you guys, the PFA team. Thank you for the opportunity. Now let's start about success and business opportunities at Mr. Quickie. Okay, I'll start it with our spiel. Mr. Quickie, magandang umaga. Okay, so umaga, dapat laging umaga, kahit hapon na, dapat umaga lagi yung invite natin. Okay, this is RJ again, and I'll be presenting you today Mr. Quickie Franchising. Okay, here on the first slide, talking about success, Mr. Quickie has been the pioneer and the leading brand in its industry. Established in 1981 and franchising since 1995. The brand of trust and loyalty, now almost 200 growing branches in strategic locations nationwide. And the Philippines' one-stop shop for shoe repair, bag repair, e-duplication services, and more. Right now, in our current situation, it is very timely to invest on essential needs. Now we introduce Mr. Quickie as the new essential. Of course, not only your clothes, your hands, face should be the only one to get sanitized and get protected. Think of your shoes, your bags, for instance. We put it on different spots. We walk and step on different places. In this situation, bad bacteria are actually everywhere. And we could unconsciously bring it home through our very lovely and sometimes yung mga favorite natin shoes and bags, and we don't want that to happen. And that's where we step in. We cater your shoes and bags, hygienic maintenance for your safety and convenience. Well, at the end of the day, everything that we are wearing, especially the shoes and bags that we are wearing, does actually reflect on who we are. The same thing with our investment. So put an investment to a business that is stable, established, trusted, recession-proof, and progressive, like Mr. Quickie. Next slide, please. Okay, here your investment package includes the franchise fee, machineries, construction, initial stocks, training programs, other miscellaneous, and of course, the success that is waiting on the process. We all want a successful business and a successful investment. And we at Mr. Quickie really admire business people who supports the local brands. Well, Mr. Quickie is a proud Pinoy brand who started in business 39 years ago and working with people and investors with the same goal of giving the proper supply of service with the maximum quality output in the market is one of the many treasures we wanted to keep in running this business. Every franchisee of Mr. Quickie enjoys continuous support from our management, from the in-house finance programs we give them, to marketing and advertisement, and of course, to maintain our leading market stand, we work together with them on the research and development of our products and services. Mr. Quickie is an icon in this industry, and being tagged as the #1 shoe repair shop ng bayan took a lot of worthiness to be able to stand with it. We've been the choice of massa for over the years for our very affordable and reasonable pricing to our world-class craftsmanship. Shoe and bag lovers and collectors, young professionals, and the students are actually the main market of our brand. But we generally caters everyone. So looking for the market is actually never a problem in our business. And last slide, please. Okay. This pandemic affects not only the local economy, but the global economy as a whole. And we all know that. And a fast recovery plan is what's on the top of every business priorities right now. Well, at Mr. Quickie, we are very proud to say that we are new normal ready. From support to our employees, up shop safety protocols and guidelines, up to the business additional income generating projects, we all have it. As what our CEO, Mr. Emiliano Carunchudi said, quote, "There's a problem, there's an opportunity," unquote. That is why we, at Mr. Quickie, took part on the solutions by bringing our brand here at our customers' fingertips by offering not only our products, but also at the same time our services online. Through partnership with different platforms and companies, we then come up with ideas to feature the new needs of the market. As well indicated on my presentation, new essential products and services, contactless service solutions, and many other more as we continue to innovate. We are, and we will still be the #1, and we are encouraging you to be part of our success. Be the boss, franchise now. You may visit our website at www.mrquickie.com or leave us a message on Facebook to know more about Mr. Quickie and Mr. Quickie franchising. Again, this is RJ, always at your service. And that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, RJ, Mr. Quickie. Now we go to our next, our last, of course, not the least, presenter will present their brand, which is known for soft serve ice cream, Miguelitos. So on that note, let's all welcome the Business Development Officer of Miguelitos, Mr. Jericho Taget.
Much, Sir Jake and Miss Joanna. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Philippine Franchise Association. So this would be a great day for us to discuss this kind of business opportunities, especially sa mga nanonood. So, but before anything else, let me introduce myself. I am Jericho Taget, the Business Development Officer of Miguelitos International Corporation. So, basically, I am here to spread some good news to everyone. So as some of you may think that 2020 is not the best time to invest in a business, well, not in Miguelitos. We have made a special promo for all of you. So later, i-discuss ko po yun. So para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa Miguelitos International Corporation, we are Miguelitos ice cream from Miguelitos International Corporation. We have been a mainstay in the manufacturing and franchising business for 18 years now. So not just only here in Metro Manila, but we managed to expand our business from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, having 6 satellite branches nationwide to cater our existing and upcoming
I think something went wrong with our speaker. So Jericho, are you still there? I think we can proceed, no? Because of time, we can proceed the questions because we have received some questions here for speakers. May questions ka ba?
Yeah. So maybe when the connection of Mr. Jericho is okay, we can have him back. We can have Mr. Jericho back. So maybe we can start with the Q&A portion. But before that, maybe I would like to acknowledge just we have our friends from DTI. We'd like to acknowledge the participation of Miss Elaine Perilino, the OIC of Industry Development Division from DTI South Cotabato. And also, we'd like to welcome Miss May L. Nunez Obuyes, an OTOP staff from DTI General Santos. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all your support in, for promoting this webinar in your region and also for watching us today. So now we proceed with the Q&A portion. Just a while. So maybe we'll ask the questions first to our resource speaker, to Svea from Francar, Philippines. So we have questions here from Cesar Bantolo. Can a franchisee sell other products aside from the main product of the franchisor business? So that's one of the questions. Yes, Ms. Rhea.
Okay.
John, excuse me. Before we start now, I think we can also ask our presenters, no, kung ano yung kanilang policy sa companies nila, no, if they allow this, no. So we also ask other.
Yeah, it's a general question for Ms. and also to our franchise members.
Okay. So normally, the franchisors will not allow selling other products aside from those that they have defined. The objective there is the franchisor is protecting the brand. So ang tendency kasi when one store offers a different item and then another store offers another set of items, the customers will be confused. So in order to protect the brand identity, the franchisor might reject your proposition to sell different items. But I think given these times, you can talk to your franchisor. Maybe our panelists can say ano yung mga protocols sila with regard that.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Reyes.
Yes.
Yes. So Jake, maybe we'll ask our members to also share their policies on if the franchisee can sell other products as well aside from their own the products that the franchisor is offering to the market.
For
So
Caleb
maybe we'll
Shawarma
start.
po,
Yeah,
Caleb,
Caleb,
yes.
yes.
okay, for Caleb Shawarma po, we do not allow other products po. It has to be the products that we have in our brand.
Yeah, all right. And then next, we have from you franchise, the brands that you are representing, ma'am. Miss Bell.
Yes, Miss Joanne. So, it's true that anything proprietary is not allowed to dapat po yun yung priority talaga ng franchisees not to sell, but there will be franchisors who can allow complementary, for example po, we have a client that bread shops sila. So since they focus on the breads, they can allow the franchisees to outsource their drinks or offer coffee na sila na yung magsosource nun. So it really depends po. But the key element there is basta proprietary, dapat hindi yun kinakalaban ng franchisee.
All right, thank you so much. Then now we go to Farron Cafe. To Mr.
Yes,
Nino.
for Farron.
Nino.
For Farron Cafe po, like kagaya po nung sinabi ni Ma'am Biel, we allow yung mga pwedeng i-complement sa drinks. Like for example, yung space niya is around 20 square meter, then cart lang yung ilalagay niya. To maximize the space, we offer, or si franchisee na mismo yung nagle-letter sa amin na what if we can put cakes or pastries, kahit cart package lang yung franchise niya. So they need to send a letter lang sa franchisor para may naka-black and white po ng request po nila. We have some franchisee na ginagawa yon, yung may malalaking space. Pero kung kalaban, like drinks din, so we don't allow po.
All right, as long as the franchisee would have to seek approval first from the franchisor, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now we like to hear from Mr. Quickie, from Mr. RJ.
Yes. Actually, kay Mr. Quickie po, we don't allow our franchisee to sell other products. Especially limited po kasi yung mga offering ni Mr. Quickie. Dapat nakafocus lang kami dun sa aming key services, which is the key duplication, shoe repair, bag repair. So all the accessories related to that, yun lang po yung binenta namin. And that's why we don't allow na si franchisee is to look for other supplier to buy their item at to sell their item. Hindi po namin siya inaalaw.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. RJ. I think Mr. Jericho is back already. So maybe we'll ask him to finish his presentation. I think he has a few slides to end his presentation. Okay. Mr. Jericho.
Sorry for the inconvenience. So, yun nga. So, some technical difficulties lang. So, let me get back to my presentation. So, as a manufacturing and franchising business, we are certified in different certifying bodies. The CGMP, or the Korean Good Manufacturing Practices, the HACCP. We are, sabi ko nga kanina, we're halal certified to cater the Muslim communities that we have in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Syempre, we are registered as sa ating Philippine Food and Drug Administration, not just only here in the Philippines, but also in US. And syempre, we're a legit member of Philippine Franchise Association. So next slide, please. So as I've said a while ago that I am here to bring the good news to everyone, I am here to discuss our newest promo in franchise package. We have here the Miguelitos Ice Cream Community Store Business Package. So with a promo setup cost of 180,000, and with franchise fee included, here's the sample design for our community type cart that could really fit to your existing stores or in front of your house to cater your kabarangays and your whole community. So let's take advantage of this ECQ. So ito is something na dapat i-maximize natin when we are two business-minded people. Kailangan i-maximize natin. So why not building some interesting business na talagang ma-maximize yung community mo. So Miguelitos, talagang nag-isip kami ng paraan at least to cater yung mga nasa community natin. And syempre, most of the people nasa bahay. So, yun. So, we also serve the first in the market 80% less sugar soft serve ice cream so that everyone could enjoy our Creamylicious soft serve ice cream. All walks of life could really enjoy our soft serve ice cream. And for 18 years in the business, we're roughly served 15 million Filipinos with our Creamylicious ice cream. So next slide, please. So our franchise support and inclusion, number one, syempre with 180,000 franchise package po is included na po doon. We have our 5 years franchise term and use of trade name and logo. Syempre, we would like to assist you with, syempre, meron tayong location assistant to double check everything. And if you have your existing locations na po, much better. And we also have 2 brand ambassadors, no other than our Yorme Esco Moreno and Mr. Piolo Pascual. Sila po ang mag-market ng business ninyo. Sila ang image ng Miguelitos Ice Cream. Also, we have business permit assistance. Syempre, equipment and initial stocks. Recruitment and hiring of staff, bibigyan po namin kayo ng some qualifications para makakuha ng mga staff natin. And at the same time, we have training of franchisee and the staff po. We have 3 days on-hand training so that si franchisee alam din po niya yung ginagawa ng mga service crew niya po. And at the same time, full operations manual po. We have book-binded all the details para ma-operate natin yung business natin. And with major affiliated malls po tayo, namely SM Malls, Vista Malls, Star Malls, Robinson Malls, and the Ayala Malls po. Syempre, we also have marketing support. So later, I have some good news pa rin po sa inyo. Syempre, we also have after-sale support. Ito po, we will double check what is happening on your business to at least cater yung mga small details na medyo hindi napapabayaan po, and kami po yung magko-correct nun. And at the same time, we have opening team support. So kahit saan po tayo, even provincials, meron po tayong ipapadalang tao dyan. And at the same time, we have our research and product development support. Every season po, naglalabas po tayo ng products para wala pong sawa factor yung mga customers po natin. We also have mascot appearance na magpapasaya ng grand opening day natin. When, syempre with the guidance of our mighty Lord, kailangan po natin ng pastor dedication. And most especially, we don't collect royalty fee po. Also, lahat po ng sales ninyo ay sa inyo, and at the same time, no renewal fee po tayo and no marketing fee po. Naka-waive po yan. Because we understand po kung ano yung factor na nangyayari po sa atin this time. So another thing in our business package, it proves po na we have 6 months return of investment with our existing franchisees all over the Philippines po. So depende po sa place natin yan, and at the same time, with our product po, the quality of the products po. Yan po yung magdedictate ng ating ROI. But in Miguelitos, we could achieve the 6 months ROI po. So, sabi nga po is, what are you waiting for? Sign up now. You could call 822-5028 or email us at miguelitoscorp@yahoo.com or follow us on our Facebook page, Miguelitos Ice Cream Philippines. Be part of our growing business community because Miguelitos ang best partner mo sa negosyo.
Yan.
Thank
you so
Jericho.
much.
I think
So,
related sa
yeah.
question kanina for Jericho, no? So, if I have a sari-sari store, can I get a Miguelitos na machine?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
For example, I have a sari-sari store, no? I have a place, no? not related to ice cream, but no, I would like to get well, the best example is a sari-sari store, no? I would like to get a Miguelitos na machine, no? Soft serve ice cream machine. Is that okay? Or
Yes, sir. Sure, why not? Because
Mm.
this community store business package po was developed para sa mga ganyang setup, sir.
Okay.
So may existing business nyo po, even sa harap ng bahay ninyo, if you have
Okay.
small garage there, you could put up your business po. Wala pong kaso doon, sir.
Okay. So, thank you. Joanne, may question pa rin ako sa lahat eh.
Of course.
Galing din sa kwento. Galing din sa mga tinext sa atin. There's a question here for our franchise presenters. Are franchise agreements negotiable, no? So I think we'd like to ask si Rhea and the rest of the franchise presenters. And then next, for PLDT, para mahanda na siya. What if
Yes.
walang fiber sa amin? What if walang fiber? Pwede ba
What's
yung
the
beyond
alternative?
Fiber? Oh, as an alternative, yes. So we go first to the first question. Are franchise agreements negotiable? And then we go to PLDT. What if there's no fiber in our area? Okay? So Rhea, kayo muna, Rhea. You
Okay.
first.
So, negotiable ba ang franchise agreement?
Mm.
So, at the very least, your franchisor should be open for discussion ng franchise agreement. As regards negotiation, maybe, especially during these times where we need to be mindful of each other or do yung bayanihan, tulungan-tulungan. So maybe these days it could be negotiable, but at the very least, your franchisor should be open to discussing the franchise agreement.
Okay. Our next presenters, we start with Jericho kasi siya nahuli kanina. Jericho, ano ba sa inyo? Are your agreements negotiable?
Thank you for that question po. With our agreements, we have set of standards when it comes to agreement. But however, as part of the negotiation, talaga pong flexible po tayo.
Okay.
But at some point, let's just stick to the standard po. Para at least win-win situation on both parties.
Okay. Thank you. Si RJ naman. RJ Maigi o Mr. Quickie.
Hello. Yan. Yung sa kay Mr. Quickie naman po, actually we have fixed na franchise agreement. But on some areas, siguro, it will be based on the discussion. We can negotiate some part of it. Pero syempre, with the guidance of attorneys pa rin po yun. So yun po.
How about si Mr. Nino Aldura?
As for Faron po, our franchise agreement is naka-fix naman siya. Same with the other brands. Then, once po, like yung pandemic, so in our franchise agreement, it was indicated that franchisees need to pay the franchise, the system-wide advertising and development fund. So since na nag-close yung store, shape naman, so we waive, and dyan po papasok niya na pwede nating i-waive yung mga like the SWAD or the system-wide advertising and development fund. So depende po kung ano po yung ano. We can consider naman, ayun nga, gaya ng sabi yung bayanihan. Support pa rin the franchise.
So I think mabait yung ating mga franchisors, no? Thank you for that, no? We need to support talaga each other, no? So thank you for that. Now we go to PLDT, no? About the question, what if there's no fiber in our area? What are the alternatives?
Okay, tama yun, Jake. What is the alternative? As presented kanina, did that clear it? It's the Smart Bro is actually the alternative solution natin if there is no wired or what would say a fiber. So why we're offering the Smart Bro para dito sa mga franchises natin to invest, yun na ibibigay natin. We can access that.
Smart Bro, okay.
Yes,
that's the alternative.
yes.
Okay.
That's the alternative natin. No.
Yeah, maybe Jake, can I ask also
Sure.
two more questions to our PLDT speaker? The questions came from our viewers. So, if you are giving us free for the first 3 months, I understand it is for free. Do they need to pay in advance the 4th month? Yeah.
Wala na, ma'am. Wala talaga. So you just have to sign with us. Then we'll install it. Then that's it. You have to use it for first 3 months. There's no advance payment, no one-time payment. Wala man talaga. First 3
Wow.
months is really free. You have to start your business na.
Wow, that's good to hear, sir. And then there's another one. What exactly do customers get when they avail of Beyond Fiber? Does Beyond Fiber comes with the free landline?
Yun, yes. Kasama pa rin po ang landline ma'am doon. Oo. We're just hyping lang the internet because it's a business grade, but still the landline is still included.
Okay, so I think all our participants are excited already, to avail of the Fiber Beyond.
Sana.
Okay, Jake. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then Jake, maybe you.
Yes. We
have question.
No,
last question.
Last question. Actually, it's for Miss Lynn from Caleb. Are you open to this question to open in Rodriguez Rizal? Anyway, si Miss Lynn from
Hello po.
Caleb. Yes.
Yes po, Jake.
Yes.
Yes po, Sir Jake. We're open for Rodriguez Rizal po.
Okay. There's a question here. I think you just need to scroll pa, ma'am. Just write your name dun sa chat box, no? Yung details niyo para she can see it, para she can contact you later.
Jake, maybe. Yeah. Maybe Jake, this is a good question. This could be our last question to all our franchise members. This is a relevant question. What changes or modification did you make in your business model in the light of the COVID-19 crisis? So, are you already providing delivery services to what you have? Maybe we can start with Ms. Marilyn Caleb. Hello, ma'am.
Hi po, ma'am. For Caleb Shawarma po, to adopt with the new normal, what we have done is we started off with our delivery services. Actually, nung umpisa po, we began doing the make your own shawarma at home. So we have packages po na frozen beef and also the pita, and then they would be able to cook their own shawarma at home. Tapos, we also have the delivery services now, and we have contacted GrabFood and also Foodpanda for delivery as well.
Okay, that's good. And then we have Miss Bell. What about the brands that you are representing, Miss Bell?
So a lot of the innovation for that our brands have indulged with is really on digitalization. So I think it's really important, as we have a lot of brands, I will not discuss po kung paano sila nag-digitalize, but I think for any franchise you would like to invest in a franchise, that's one important question that you need to ask the franchise brands. What have they developed during the ECQ period, what digitalization or what other services or other income generating strategies they have produced, no? For example nga po, as Miss Lynn mentioned, maraming food brands ang nag-subscribe to third-party delivery apps and even doing their own delivery. So those are the things that are very important to know.
All right, Miss Bell, thank you for that tips also to our franchisees. Now we go to next to Mr. Nino of Farm Cafe. Do you have something to share, sir? Yes. Modification in your business model?
For Farm Cafe po, during the pandemic, we allowed our franchisee to bring their store to their houses or to the house of their employees. Para ayun po yung maging hub. Kasi if we, kung itatie up lang natin sa mga delivery during the pandemic, sarado din po yung malls eh. Then, we have the limited or zero public transport. So, paano pupunta si employees dun sa mall or paano pupunta si customer sa mall? So, yung ginawa po namin, we allowed the franchisee to bring the cart or the kiosk dun mismo sa bahay nila. Then, we support sa marketing collaterals, then through social media, through tarpaulins. Then gumawa kami ng in-house. For example, sa isang franchisee, dinala niya sa bahay nila yung kiosk niya. Gumawa kami ng in-house online delivery, which is doon, aside from the Foodpanda, GrabFood, Lala Food, may in-house pa na delivery. So yung driver nung franchisee, kung may driver siya na rin po yung nag-attend ng products. Then another thing is yung 4-in-1 po namin. In just 1 month, nakapag-develop po kami ng 4-in-1 coffee and chocolate, which is in-offer namin na maging reseller and distributor yung mga staff namin. So may percentage, money franchisee, nag 50-50 po sila. 50% yung tubo sa staff, 50% yung tubo sa franchisee. So ayun po yung ginawa. Then hanggang nag-GCQ si Faron, GCQ na tayo, si Philippines, tinuloy-tuloy na po namin. Ayun.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Nino. These are latest information that all our prospective franchises would also like to hear in the new normal. Now we go on to Mr. RJ of Mr. Quickie.
Yes. Actually, it was mentioned kanina sa presentation ko that through partnership with different online platforms and courier companies, we then come up with new services and new essential services and products. The same thing na ino-offer namin online, hindi na lang siya yung products namin. So yung services namin through pick and delivery program namin, na i-offer na namin ngayon sa kanila if they are still hesitant to go outside, if they're still scared. So still, magagawa natin yung repair service na kailangan nila.
Oh, wow. And then next, our last is Mr. Jericho of Miguelitos. Sir? Can you,
Yes po. For that question po, would you believe from 600,000 pesos po, we dropped our package po for 180,000 na lang po. Just to help po yung mga business-minded people natin na talagang mag-invest sa Miguelitos. And at the same time, we have managed, so since we are the manufacturing of our own product, so from soft serve ice cream, we have developed our Miguelitos hard ice cream po. We have at least 8 existing flavors po na binenta as alternative po para dun sa mga franchise menu items po natin. And we also have our partnership with the third party po na Grab and Lala Move po for the delivery segment po natin. So, yun.
Okay, thank you so much for this new information that would help, of course, our franchisees, our prospective franchisees to have a profitable franchise business. So I think we have to end the webinar. So before we close, may request all our speakers and presenters to give their closing messages or parting words. Again, I'll start with Mr. Jericho of Miguelito, sir. Any parting words or any advices to our franchisees, our investors?
Thank you so much for having Miguelitos International Corporation. You could email us or contact us at miguelitoscorp@yahoo.com and like our Facebook page, so you could send mga inquiries po dun sa Miguelitos page po natin na Miguelitos Ice Cream Philippines, and take advantage of our promo po. No, so it's 180,000 lang po. Let's take advantage of that and let's serve to our community po. So sabi nga nila, Miguelitos, ang best partner mo sa negosyo.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Mr. Jericho. Now we go to Mr. RJ of Mr. Quickie. Any closing messages, sir?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Also, first po, thank you to the PFA team for this opportunity na binigay kay Mr. Quickie. And of course, sa ating mga listeners naman, stay at home, Mr. Quickie. Hopes you well. And for business franchising kay Mr. Quickie, just leave us a message on Facebook or visit our website, and we are always there to assist you. That's it. Yun lang po.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Quickie. Now we go to Mr. Nino of Faron Cafe.
Thank you everyone for listening this afternoon. Thank you PFA for inviting us again. And for the participant, you may visit our Facebook page, our website. Then if you have questions, clarifications, you can contact us. Then love in every cup.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Nino. Now we go to Miss Bell of You Franchise.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Joanne, Sir Jake, and the rest of the PFA team, no, for organizing this webinar for us. And to all our participants, the aspiring franchisees, at least for you, Fran, no, we conduct din po weekly webinars. We feature every Tuesday we have a franchise discovery day wherein we feature 3 brands there na may mga interesting franchise offers din po and updates for all of you na gustong mag-franchise. So, and as part of my encouragement to all of you, you may not be ready to invest in a franchise right now, but you should be at least investing on education and really learning about franchising for you to be really equipped, to be a really equipped and educated franchisee in the future. We wish you all na maging safe po and stay healthy. Marami pong salamat from You Franchise.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Bell, our Suki from You Franchise. And then next we have Miss Marilyn of Caleb Shawarma.
Hi, thank you po, Miss Joanne. Thank you, PFA, for having Caleb Shawarma join this afternoon. To our participants, if you have any more questions or any concerns, or if you'd like to know more information about Caleb Shawarma, just email us franchise@caleb.com or follow us on our FB page, Team Caleb. Thank you po again. Stay safe, everyone.
All right, thank you, Miss Marilyn. Now we go to, of course, to our partner from PLDT Enterprise, Mr. Manix.
Hi, good afternoon, Joanne and Jake and PFA. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Thank you for visiting us, for inviting us in this session. For all investors, please invest now, subscribe now with perfect connectivity and your social business tools. Biro mo, 3 months free po yan po para sa inyo. Maraming salamat po. Keep safe everyone. Keep safe and keep healthy everyone. God bless.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Manix. Resource speaker. Yeah, Miss Rhea from Francorp Philippines.
Yan. So sa lahat po ng mga nag-iisip na mag-franchise, so franchising has a higher chances of success compared to when you put up your own business from scratch. Why is this? Because when you franchise, you get into a business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have the franchisor's systems, expertise, and experience to help you be your own boss. So that's it for me. Thank you po.
Thank you, Rhea. Thank you. John, you have anything to say pa?
Yeah. So of course we have. Can I allow me to also acknowledge our partners, to thank our partners for their invaluable support for making this webinar possible. So we'd like to. This webinar is co-presented by BPI and PLDT Enterprise in partnership with Phoenix Petroleum, Sea Oil Philippines, Bench, Bibingkinitan, Brent Gas, Ilaw at iba pa, Jollibee, K2 Pharmacy, Mr. Quickie, Arispa, Pen Shop, and Caleb's Shawarma. So, Jake. Hello, Jake. And of course, we'd like to...
Yes, thank you, Joanne. So I think...
sponsors, and of course, we'd like to acknowledge the support. Yeah, our DTI and OWA local offices for helping us to promote this webinar.
Yes, salamat DTI. Siguro, last advice sa mga viewers natin, no? As what was said before, investigate, no? you really study well, your investment. But once you decide, be decisive. Be decisive. Don't let don't be paralyzed by too much analysis. No? So once you choose, sige na.
Yeah, invest. Be your own boss. Invest in a franchise business. So I think, Jake, we have to say goodbye already to all our friends, to all our participants, our viewers. So, so this is Joanne Tumagan on behalf of the Philippine franchise. We would like to end this seminar, and stay safe and be healthy, everyone. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
Bye, everyone. Till our next webinar, How to Invest, which will be in August.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank
so
you,
much.
PLDT.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Frank Corp. Thank you,
Thank you to all the
Fran. Thank you,
franchisors.
Caleb.
Maraming salamat. We learned a lot.
Thank you, Mr.
Salamat.
Quickie. Thank you, Miguelitos.